it's funny because before we started recording the show, I talked about the Dutch court case, isn't it? And you asked first, like, do you get any comments about Iran? And I'm just so not interested in in this whole Iran stuff. But then I did mention, I've been following the Dutch court case against Bill Gates and Buller and and for the readers, I don't know if they're aware of it, but there is a civil case in the Netherlands. Originally, I was born and grew up. I wasn't born in the Netherlands, but I grew up in the Netherlands. But it's quite unique that they've started this civil court case against Bill Gates, against Buller, who was is the CEO of Pfizer, and Mark Rutte, who used to be the Prime Minister of the Netherlands, and now he's the UN Secretary General, and it's getting a bit more traction, but I'm interested in your take, Abdil. What do you think of that court case?
Well, I was talking about enthusiasm, that
Yeah,
meaning coming from the Greek entheos. It does not capture my enthusiasm
mm,
one bit. It has a similar smell to it to some of the other high-profile court cases. It has a similar smell to it as the stuff that Rainer Fulmich was
yeah,
trying to do. We get
yeah,
all excited about the idea of
yeah,
someone like Bill Gates or
hmm
Ursula von der Leyen,
yeah,
Jacinda Ardern, Boris
yeah,
Johnson, all of these people who are
yeah,
still at large and still enjoying their wealth
yeah,
and income, and obvious criminals. Everybody knows they're criminals.
yeah,
Everybody knows they're murderers and genocidists and
yeah,
warmongers, and they've committed crimes against humanity. And the so-called justice system has completely failed to deliver, and I suspect
yeah,
it will continue. I would
yeah,
be very, very surprised if anything comes out of this
yeah,
court case
yeah,
in the Netherlands.
yeah,
It relieves some of the pressure. It gives people some hope to anchor to.
yeah,
But the every court is a corporation, and they're part of that corporate system, and they're part of the beast
yeah,
system. And
yeah,
so any justice you're going to get is token.
yeah,
Maybe, I mean, just look at all the court cases that we've had against major corporations that, for instance, have polluted or given people cancer.
yeah,
What happens is you might get, if after years and years of
yeah,
protracted legal
yeah,
stuff that's extremely costly and time consuming,
yeah,
you might get some kind of a ruling of this company paying a fine. But a company paying a fine is not justice. It's just kind of
yeah,
dissipating
yeah,
it's dissipating the accountability so that no
yeah,
individual actually gets put
yeah, yeah,
comes to justice.
yeah,
And I kind of have that feeling about this too. It's a way to sort of
yeah,
draw your focus and other people's focus and really not
yeah,
deliver true justice,
yeah,
which I think can only possibly come through some kind of common law
yeah,
process. And I think so the closest that justice has come to actually bring accountability is something like what Kevin Annett has been doing
that's
with
right.
the
Yeah,
international criminal.
yeah,
I can't remember because there are two
yeah,
acronyms for two
yeah,
common law courts that has been,
yeah,
but that has actually had some teeth in the sense that it
yeah,
has exposed the Ninth Circle,
yeah,
and
that's it.
we've heard of the revelations going back to
Yeah,
Kamloops and
yeah,
Carnarvon back in
yeah,
the 1960s, and how
yeah,
Charles Windsor, aka King Charles, was initiated into the Ninth Circle at the age of 16 at Carnarvon Castle, where two children were
yeah,
ritually slaughtered. So those kinds of revelations coming to light, and we have effected some resignations,
yeah,
which is also, it's a partial victory, but
yeah,
I'm so looking forward to the time
yeah,
when Jesus returns,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to absolve responsibility. I don't want to give up the fight and be complacent just because Jesus is
Yeah.
coming back at some point. No, we are called to resist the devil and he will flee from you. We are called to be more
Yeah.
than conquerors.
Yeah.
We are told we have authority to overcome all the
Yeah.
power of the enemy. We need to wield
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
But the level, I mean, the sheer scale of the butchery that is being perpetrated against mankind and against creation must be addressed by the Creator himself.
Ephesians 6:12. That's kind of the core for me. You know, we're in a constant spiritual battle against the evil powers and against Satan itself, and that battle will continue until the final day. You know, and we need to stand firm against it. So yeah, yeah, and
And there's
about
a lot our enemies will do to
yeah,
destroy themselves. I
yeah,
go back to the closing verses of Isaiah 49, where basically it's describing a massive bloodbath, like
mm,
read Isaiah 49 verses 25 and 26, where it sounds like a Freemason clusterfuck, where they are devouring each other's flesh and drinking each other's
yeah,
blood.
yeah,
So, and think too of the, going back to Moses
yeah,
and Pharaoh, well,
yeah,
the Egyptians worked
yeah,
very hard to bring about their own destruction,
yes,
chasing the Israelites into the Red Sea. They ran.
yeah,
They didn't
yeah,
know it, but they were running. They were racing to their own deaths.